Hello, let's continue our Sudoku adventure with Diagonal Drama by Palfly Kampling. And maybe we should rename this series to Arrow Adventures, or Sudoku Arrow Adventures, because we have an arrow puzzle again. This is just how it's working out, where we have a rotation of setters, and some setters have only one puzzle in the queue, and it ends up being an arrow puzzle. But arrows are fun, so why not? We're kind of thematic this week, where it's arrows and double arrows. So let's see if that continues or not into tomorrow. But let's go over the rules for this puzzle. So we have normal 6x6 Sudoku rules in every row, every column, and every 2x3 box. We are placing the digits 1 to 6 exactly once each. Also on this diagonal here, only the indicated one, it acts like a row or column or box where we are also putting 1 to 6 exactly once each. Additionally, we have circles in the grid with arrows attached to them. The digits on the arrow sum to the value in the circle. So if this was, say, 2 and 3, you sum those up, that's 5, you put a 5 in the circle. Or alternatively, if you end up with a 5 in the circle, you got to make these add to 5. So you could do, say, 1 plus 4. If you have multiple arrows coming out of a circle, think of them as all independent arrows that happen to share a circle. So if I put a 6 here, I need to make sure these add to 6, these add to 6, these add to 6, and this would be a 6. All right, so those are the rules. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself. And I'm going to get started right now. So how do we want to get started? Well, we know this is at least 5. There's a couple ways to think about that. One is we need 2 different ways, because we can't repeat on this diagonal. We need 2 different ways to add to the value in the circle. And the first digit that has 2 different ways to add to it is 5, which is 1, 4, and 2, 3. 4 has only one way, which is 1 plus 3. The other way to sort of compute that is, what is the minimum sum of all 4 of these? It will be 1, 2, 3, 4, adding to 10. And if you divide that by 2, that's 5. So this has to be at least 5. That makes this at least 5. These are the same digit. I'm going to actually mark that in green in case that's important. So that means that there's no 6 here. There's a 6 in one of these two, and that's actually important. So I'm going to do like a slashed yellow on those 6s to try to remind, maybe yellow is a bad color. Let's do blue. I'll do a slashed blue on those 6s to remind myself that I'm meaning it on the diagonal. But on this diagonal, we cannot put a 6 on these arrows. And so the 6 is in one of these two. And if the 6 is one of these two, it means that this cannot be 6. But we need to be careful because we don't exactly need 2 ways to add to this digit. But what I will say is that we need to be careful about 1s. Yeah. So if we try to make this 3, for example, this would be 1, 2, and I think we do need 2 distinct ways to add. And the reason for that is because this cell sees these 2. So 3 is a good example. If this was 1, 2, and this was 1, 2, we'd have too many 1, 2s in the box, and that's the same thing's going to happen to 4. This would be 1, 3, and this would be 1, 3, and we'd have too many 1, 3s in this box. So we still need 2 ways to add to it, and it can't be 6 because of the diagonal. So it has to be 5. So one of these is 2, 3, and one of these is 1, 4. It does put the 6 here. So what does that do for us? Is there some reason one or the other is better? Not that I can see at the moment. There's a 5 up here. The only other arrow in the grid is this one. This not being 6 is unsurprising. It couldn't have been 6 from the start. We also got this. So the other digit here is, so if these add to 5, these are 1, 2, 3, 4, the other digit would be a 5, but it can't be. That's it. We're forced to put a 5 onto these arrows. And if we're forced to put a 5 on these arrows, that means this is a 6. There we go. That places this 6. It doesn't necessarily place this 6. So we got kind of 6s here, and we've got 6s, is it here? It's here. So I don't think I need these little slashes anymore. And then I've got 6s. Oh, 6 in this box, right? This 6 looks up, and we can't put a 6 on this arrow. So 6 is in one of these two. And that does look right. That can't be a 6 now. So that places 6 on the diagonal, which places this 6, which places that 6. There we go. That's useful. So now we know these two add to 6, which means they don't have a 3. They're either 1, 5 or 2, 4. This one could be double 3. So we gotta be careful. These are two ways to add to 6, which means the 3 is missing, so that's a 3. So that's not 2, 3, that's not 1, 4. There we go. Some more cleanup. This is a 2. These are 1, 4, 5. I think that's worth filling. And this is 2 or 3. So if this is 1, that's a 5. If it's 4, that's a 2. Can't be, so that's not a 4. This is 5, that's a 1. So this is the 1, 5, and this is the 2, 4. Okay, this is a 1, 4 pair for the column. We have this sort of interesting thing happening with 4s here. So this column needs a 4 in one of these two, and this diagonal needs a 4 in one of these two. And so that's 2 4s needed in these 4 cells. And these 4 cells can be completely covered by these 2 rows. And these 2 rows can only provide 2 4s. They can't provide more than 2 4s. And so what that means is that these cells can't be 4. We can remove the 6s. None of these are 4. And I think that's important. It puts a 4 down here, and it puts a 4 up here. And so this can't involve a 4. So it's either going to be 1, 5, or it's going to be 3, 3. Okay, that means a 4 is in one of these two, and a 4 is in one of these two. Is kind of the resulting corner marks. We do need a 5 in this box that goes here. It means there's a 5 over here. All right, what are we doing? 3's in one of these two. All right, the other thing about, yes, okay, sorry, I should have seen this earlier. I marked this 1, 5 pair on this diagonal. They both see these 2 cells. These 2 cells can't be 1 or 5 because they both see this 1, 5 pair. In fact, these in general can't be 1 or 5. They all see both of these cells. So that forces this to be a 3. So that's 3 plus 3. And it forces this to be a 4. There we go, that's useful. That puts a 4 on this 6 arrow, so it's 2, 4. Sorry, that took me a bit to spot. I should have seen that earlier. This 2, 4 pair also takes 2 and 4 out of all of these cells. So these are from 1, not 2, 3, not 4, 5, not 6, because they all see 6. So maybe that's helpful to mark out. Surely we're close now. Let's see. Well, I mean, it should just be Sudoku from here. These are a pair. These are 1, 5. We got a lot of 1, 5s going on here. I do wonder if coloring them would be fruitful. We know that these two are... Oh, these don't have to be the same, actually. I was going to say these must be the same, but this could be 1 with a 1 here. Maybe we'll color the 1, 5s just for fun. I'll use purple and green again. So that's purple. That's purple. That's green. This is green. We need a purple up here. It's one of these two. I'm not sure which. Purple's one of these two. This may not be necessary. Green is one of these two. Maybe this didn't help. What I was hoping to find was like a remote purple-green pair thingy going on. Oh, green is in one of these two. Does that help? What am I missing? I need a 3 up here. This is 1, 3, or 5. And that makes a 1, 3, 5 triple. There we go. It's because I hadn't penciled this cell. So this 1, 3, 5 triple looks down. It forces this to be 4 and 1. That makes green 5s. Purples are 1s. So this could be purple. Okay. That's 2 and 4. This is purple. Interesting. Okay. I'm going to clear all of my colors because they're confusing me now. But I think that finishes the puzzle. Just that little triple there that I was missing. That's a 2, 4 and 2, 4 and 5, and we're done. All right. Pretty intricate puzzle, Palfly. Thank you for that. Yeah, good use of the diagonal for sure. I'm sorry I missed this 1, 5 for so long. I think that would have... The 1, 5 and the 2, 4, as soon as they were placed, I should have thought about these cells. Because that's what diagonals do, is they do those interesting eliminations. So either way, hope you enjoyed this solve. And if you did, then why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.